Watch me how I do it.
All right, another week of updates for the magazine. I feel like I got a lot done this last week, so we're just going to run through. Just going to show you what I did, finish some articles, finish some layouts. So I'm probably just going to stay in InDesign this week and run through. So I'm just showing these first parts just because I'm pretty much done with these first two sections. So this is the intro. This is sitting everywhere that I like it, and moving down. Now we get into here. We saw the start of this last couple weeks, so now I have this fully laid out. So here's Anthony's kind of been through here. We've seen this, but man, I'm getting all the way down now to here. And what I did most recently is Elena. I have articles fully written up and layouts and photos. So I got that done today, which was huge. And I just think it looks so good. Man, I think it's really coming together. I think I'm really excited about this. So this is a rough draft. I still have to go back through these articles, but you know, like the layouts and the way that it fits, I feel like it. One of the things I always talk about is making the photography front and center, and it's like photos or reading, and so it's large photography. And if you notice when I'm coming through here, I'm trying to make it skimmable, so even if you read just the headings and the quotes, I feel like that's like packing the punches and coming in hard. But you could read, like, to me, if you just go through, look at the photos, read those, you don't even need to read the whole article to really have it hit. And that's by design, so that as you go through, if something makes you want to dig in deeper, you can, or just those main parts like could be enough to spark something of interest for you to go on and do something. So the other thing, so I am fully done all the way through here. Now we're getting into the articles and poems. So we have White Sands, which is, I think this is one of my favorite photos of White Sands. That's one of the best places that we keep going back to. My kids love it, and we go sledding down these hills, and so many memories there. This isn't the text, but I'm starting to kind of play with a different layout here, and like I said, 90% of everything I do is kind of the same, and then I'll tweak a little things here and there. So this isn't the text, placeholder, but just to get a feel for what it would be like. I don't know how that one's playing out, but I'm excited about. This is the next article I'm going to do during this week. But now I have all the old photos out and placeholders, and starting to look at how I want things to hit. We've seen this before, but got poems in here. Now I've had some real layouts of how I want the photos and how it feels as you kind of roll through the magazine. This is the other big thing that I did, is I finished this article, Becoming Fully Me, which is one of the main articles outside of the interviews. I'm very excited about this one. This one is just hits really hard if you go through on this one and just read it, the main clips. I think it's something that will just resonate with so many other artists. So now I got, some recent photos in here. Actually, this is one area that I'll pause on. I wanted to talk about as I'm laying out this article. I actually laid it out where I have this top part here, and I was just kind of going through and kind of thinking what would go here. Obviously, a landscape, it's going to have to be wide. And I was going back through the photos that I had taken, I was thinking of the White Sands, and then I remembered this incredible photo I took. I was really proud of this because I just got lucky. I was taking this photo, and I just happened to snap it at the exact time that lightning was striking, and it is incredible. I love it. I think it's like this moody, it's got the white with this dark navy, the clouds. I think it looks really good. So I'm probably going to come up, and there's some things in here that I'm going to clean out, but other than that, really happy with how it sits. And that's where I'm at right now. So this is from previous stuff that I had done, but this is the other thing I'm working on this week, is the Evolution 1. Finishing it, I was getting extremely wordy and going into more detail than I need to. Since I have these other big articles, I'm probably going to need to use this as a smaller one to go before the main article. Maybe, actually, probably stay where it is, but the content needs to be shortened, and I'm going to change this around, so I'm going to make a few tweaks to this, and that's coming this week. This is also, I'll show you the full thing here, but thinking about this, for artists asking how do you find your own style, I think this is really important. It's kind of like resonated with me on one of my walks. Consume less of others' work and produce more from that creative voice that drives you. I think this is really, really, really important. Excited to put this in. Ironically, wearing a white shirt here. Anyways, I don't know if this photo will stay. It's just, I thought it was good. But again, it's one of those things that I'm really on, like, I'll tweak a little bit more of those. I'm just, as I'm going through, I'm kind of getting a feel of how do I want this to move as it's rolling through. And it's just all based on my intuitions of over the last 6 years of doing these magazines. And so this is an article, Living a Creative Life, I'm probably going to have to drop. I like the start that I have of this, but it might never, just might be an idea that just never lives. But I already think what I have in here is enough, and it's getting to the point where I'm having to start making cuts, and this one's probably not going to make it. But Living a Creative Life, maybe next time I'll share a little bit from it. And then the other thing I have to do this week is write this article, this letter to my children. So each year I kind of write to my children, and this is from Halloween. And I've been going back and forth. I have one with me in it, and I'm going back and forth on whether I like this photo more. I don't know if it should be me in there, so anyways, I'll show that next week when I have the full layout and kind of give a feedback on that. But then all of this is the same. So that's what we got so far. So coming back up here, and yeah, this layout with Elena I think is really good. And that's it. And yeah, we see you in the next video. Thanks for hanging around, and more updates coming. This is going to be a huge week for me. I'm actually off from my day job this next week, so I can finish the magazine. That is my goal, is to have first draft done by this time next week. So I hope to see you in the next update.